Hey, okay, today we're going to do some layer work. So I'm going to use a black and white image and I'm going to use a color image, and we're going to combine those images to make something else that you need to use layers to make. So here we go. I'm going to just go backwards here for a second. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to see that I'm going to open up the black and white of this, which should be right here. Good. So on the desktop in Photoshop, I have a black and white image of the windmill and a color image of the windmill. They're the same image. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this black and white image on top of this color image in the same file on Photoshop. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to choose the Move tool. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put my, push down the Shift key. I'm going to put my cursor on this picture and pull it up to the name of the color picture. Don't let go. And then I'm going to let go over the picture, and it's going to be exactly over because I held the Shift key. So you see, so the key to that is don't let go until you drop it down on top of the inside the picture that you're trying to be on top of, layer on top of. Okay, so now I want to make the inside colors. So I'm going to take, I'm highlighted on layer 1. I'm going to go down here to what's called a layer mask. This is add layer mask. And it should identify itself, but it's not doing that. So I wanted to show you, it says add this. If you hover over this, there's a little sign that comes up that says add, there it is, add layer mask. So we're going to add this layer mask, and then we're going to go choose our brush tool, and I'm going to choose the soft round, and I'm going to bring the hardness all the way down. And now I'm going to look down here to see which of my colors is foreground. So I have a white mask, so I want to use a black paintbrush. So here I go with my black paintbrush, and oh, by the way, I have the opacity of my paintbrush at 100 and the flow at 83. If I change the opacity, then it doesn't take away as much of the black and white, but I'm going to keep the opacity at 100. And flow is just how much paint is coming off your brush at one time. So you can see I'm kind of sloppy and I'm making mistakes here. And so how I'm going to deal with that is, what's wonderful about masks is that I'm going to change my color to white. The mask is white, and I'm going to go down in here and I'm going to fix my mistakes by basically painting white on my mask, bringing it back to the black and white that's on top of the color layer. So I'm basically taking the top layer and I'm painting away the parts where I want to see the bottom layer, which is the color layer. So here we go, let's keep going. So now I have to change this back to black as the foreground color. So I'm going to hit the X key, that's the shortcut. And then I'm going to start painting again. Oh, made more mistakes. We'll fix that in a second. Okay, now I'm going to X again and have the white as the foreground color, and I'm going to take away where it bled off to the outside of the iconic hot dog place, the windmill. All right, so there you go. Now I have a masked image. I put two images together on the same file, which made two layers, and then I took away some of the black and white, which is the top layer. Now I'm going to do something else. I'm going to take away that layer. I'm going to delete it. Now we have the black and white on top and the color on the bottom. Now I'm going to choose the add layer mask. I'm going to hold the option key down, and I'm holding the option key and I'm clicking on it. Look, it's black. So what color do we need? We need white to paint out the color to the, because this is black. We're going to reveal it with white paint. So we're going to pick the white as the foreground color. We're going to pick the brush, and I'm going to make the inside black and white now, which I kind of like better than the color inside. And again, if I go over and I make a mistake, I can just, like that, I can just change to a black brush, black paint brush, and just cover it back up. Now I'm going to change back to the white and continue to remove my, reveal the black and white image underneath the black mask. And so I'm just generally going to do this. Of course, I would take much more time, and of course I would change my brush edges to make sure that I can paint. I'm going to fix this real quick with the white paint. I'm going to go back to black. I would go in at 100% and I would really work and make sure my edges were all fine. And so that's how you make, you reveal what's on top by using a black mask and painting with white. So that's it for masking. Remember, when you're masking, if you want to keep working without flattening, you're going to do the claw. You're going to go Command, Option, Shift, and hit the E key. That's claw. Command, Option, Shift, the E key, all at the same time, and you'll get another layer, which is exactly the last thing you did. And then you can work on this layer to do other things. And then if you don't like what you did, you can throw the layer out. Or if you want to change something back in here, you throw the layer out and change it back in here because it's still active because you haven't flattened it. All right, that's pretty much it. Call me or write me, Andrea@AndreaFox.com, with any questions about layering. Thank you. Have a good day.